all year long. I can't even begin to start mentioning your name, so I won't. I see Mr. Potter back there, our new principal. I don't want to say our old principal, but our former principal, Mr. Malcoat, right here. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. The kids just heard that, so that's their surprise tonight. We're reading this book about a little poor kid from Harlem, and it lends itself to a lot of good social discussions. And through the years, you know, I hear the same thing every year, and I know what I got to pull out of them. And this year, you know, we're talking about this bad boy stealing and his mom kind of being rough on him and, you know, using a little sarcasm, and they knew all about the sarcasm. And they said they'd heard it several times from the teacher. But when I said, well, what do you think about the mom and what's the relationship between the mom and the boy? And they just instantly went, it's just tough love. That's just all there is to it. And I couldn't believe all of them. They're going, yeah, it's tough love. And in the years past, it was always, oh, she's so mean. So good job doing the tough love thing. Seems to be working. So,
Mrs. Hargon, can we get on with the show?
Oh, okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Inventors Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, today
never a dull moment. Before his inventing days, Mr. G used to work as a goldsmith, but he wanted everyone to be able to read. Everyone. Not just the wealthy, but everyone, I tell you. People wanted to be able to hold a story in their hands. Before he made it practical to print books, only the common people could hear words, not see them, I tell you. We thought he was sitting on a gold mine, a new kind of gold mine. Some of his books are still on display, so then check it out, I tell you, or go to the library and check it out. Thank you, Miss Finley, and I hate to rush you, but we are pressed for time. Please, Mr. Gutenberg, print us a book. We forgot the swords, now we want to take a look. Writing on my hand, it'll take a couple years. Fire up your printing press, oil up your gears. Oh, Mr. Gutenberg, if you could see how your printing press will change the course of history. Everyone is there, but knowledge that'll come in handy since I want to fill in college. Yeah, after all, it's only 1450. Vanity, and just because you so you know that is the way to go, the way to go. So please, Mr. Gutenberg, think of the days. This will be a breakthrough for the human race. Learning information is the way to start. Hundreds of the day we open in the dark. Oh, Mr. Gutenberg, if you could see how your printing press will change the course of history. Anyone can know the book, paperback or hardbound. Anyone can read for free. Every subject can be found in your local library. Thousands of volumes. Please, Mr. Gutenberg, please get it all rolling. Print us a book. Paperback and hardbound covers more books than days gone by. Today they click upon a screen and watch the words fly by. Thank you, singers. And now our second induction. Piano, please. The American Leonardo. Pardon me, but who's the American Leonardo? Oh, necessity. The American Leonardo is my dear husband, the portrait painter. Samuel Morse, come on up here. Our beautiful home is full of Samuel's gorgeous paintings. But what really made him famous was the code he developed using letters and numbers. It was nothing less than ingenious. Aha! Now I see it. Samuel Morse. Of course, for the Morse code. Congratulations and thank you. The world will never be the same. Congratulations and welcome to the Inventors Hall of Fame. Thank you, dear. Behind every successful man is a good woman. However, I knew without that boy home, I would never come up with the idea of the Morse code. My dear husband's ingenious code made it possible to send messages between Washington and Baltimore. It even connected the East Coast to the West Coast. And years later, his code made it possible for ships to talk to other ships, even when they were sailing, and ships to talk to shore, and shore to talk to ships, and thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Morris, but our show needs to be sailing along. Thank you, singers. And now our next inductee, the envelope, please. I knew that apple wouldn't fall from the tree. It's a three-way tie. A three-way tie? Yes, a three-way tie. Thomas Edison for the phonograph, Thomas Edison for the motion picture camera, and Thomas Edison for the electric light bulb. Excuse me, Newman, but some of our guests might wonder what the electric light bulb has to do with communications. Are you kidding, Necessity? It was only because of the electric light bulb that houses were wired with electricity. Without the electric light bulb, there would be TVs, stereo, refrigerators, ovens, popcorn poppers, or answering machines. Of course. Congratulations and thank you. The world would never be the same. Congratulations and welcome to the Inventors Hall of Fame. First, I would like to thank my friends and family for allowing me to moonlight. Hey kids, I admit strange and wild ideas in my mind that people make fun of. But I worked hard and never gave up. And Mr. Edison, we have a surprise for you. Behind our stage, in a soundproof booth, is your mother! Stage crew, send out Mrs. Edison! Tommy! I'm so proud of you. I taught him myself, you know. Poor Tommy, he hasn't heard a bird sing since he was 12 because he lost his hearing. He had to use Mr. Moore's code to talk to his family. He even tapped out a marriage proposal on the hand of his beautiful bride-to-be. Thank you, Mrs. Edison. Why, Tommy's wife used to tell me there's hardly a day that went by without an explosion in the house because he was always working on some new contraption. Thank you, Mrs. Edison. In fact, only 3 weeks before he showed the world his favorite invention, the phonograph of his whole laboratory burned to the ground. And you know what he said? Now all my mistakes are burned up. Always looking on the bright side, my little Tommy. Thank you, Mrs. Edison. And tap. Our only way to talk to him was to tap, tap, tap out Morse code on each other's hands. Thank you, Mrs. Edison. Every convenience that we have today, boys to
two right angles, better known as Pythagoras' theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Alexander Graham Bell for the telephone. Congratulations and thank you. The world will never be the same. Congratulations and welcome to the Inventors Hall of Fame. I'll call you back. I'd like to thank all the hearing impaired people everywhere for helping me find ways to help us all communicate better. I learned earlier this evening, a friend of the Bell family has become a famous correspondent for Fox News. Of course, we're talking about the Communications News Network. Please welcome that solemn Southern belle, the diva of the interview, a truly serious reporter, Gretchen Grinfrey. In my recent exclusive interview with the Bell family, I uncovered the story that Mr. Bell's mother became deaf when he was just a young boy. He devoted his life to teaching the deaf as his father and his grandfather had done. He even married a woman who was deaf. Well, you heard it first, and what a scoop it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Gretchen Grinfrey. Just wait, that's not the best part. Bell led a double life. Oh, Gretchen Grinfrey. 2 scoops, and your second scoop is as juicy as your first scoop. Isn't this a delicious story? Are you sure you're not a friend of the Bluebell family? I'm suddenly craving ice cream. So, Bell led a double scoop? I mean a double lie? Yes, that's right. He taught the deaf by day, and at night he worked on new inventions to help them hear and speak. Further, it was one of these inventions in progress that became the telephone. 3 scoops. Well, Miss Grinfrey, we've had a scrumptious chat, but the station manager is calling me to move on with our program. Hey, can we get on with the program? Just wait, don't you want to hear more? After all, I've come a long distance to give you this exclusive Communications News Network report. Long distance. Now, that has a familiar ring to it. But, Ms. Grinfrey, I don't think I can handle 4 scoops at one time. Thank you for your exclusive report. And of course, Marconi would accomplish nothing without the help of his able assistant, Mignani.
Yep, I was his assistant, all right. It was my job to fire the rifle. When I heard the signal he sent over the hill on his newfangled wireless telegraphy, one time he sent the signal and I was clueless. We tried it another time and I was bulletless. I knew if I didn't get my act together, I'd be jobless. So we tried again. This time I heard the signal and shot the rifle. And there it was. The wireless was born. Yet
I'm speechless.
the next step was to send the signal a little bit farther. So good old Hugh attached an antenna to a kite. He wanted to send the signal across the ocean. Of course, the rest of the world did not believe it was possible to send signals without wires. The Marconi family was anything but penniless, so he could keep trying to send wireless signals. And he finally did.
That was selfless.
Yet, when Goog and me weren't working, we often did some boating together and some cycling. But his wife didn't come because she was so afraid of getting sick and preferred to remain motionless. Yet,
Well, I'm afraid you're just about out of time, so you might say you're timeless. And now the story of the wireless from the Hall of Fame singers.
Across in a long time. Mary Anderson invented windshield wipers. Ruth Handler invented Barbie dolls. Women were just not recognized back in the day.
I bet one day they will. Thank you, Ruth. We all love your cookies, but if you don't mind, we need to be carrying on with our show. Thank you, singers. Congratulations to our 5 inductees and all the other wonderful inventors who are here. Past, present, and future. I see a few of you would like to be inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame a few years from now. Being the mother of invention, I know you've been working on some bright ideas of your own. Perhaps each of our honored inductees can give a word of advice to the next generation of inventors.
Read, write, study, call, listen.
When I said word of advice, well, perhaps the Hall of Fame singers can give you some hints of the secret
played by Eva Larson and Taylor Malaco. Galileo was played by Zachary Marcus. Euclid was played by Riley Greene. But he couldn't make it. Newton was played by Cooper Mann. Pythagoras was played by Joe Troop. Mr. Gutenberg was played by Camden Tempora. Priscilla Presley was played by Emma Hain. Ghost of Invention's Past was played by Colin Cobbs. Ghost of Invention's President was played by Jaden Odell. Mrs. Morris was played by Aurora Miller since Amy Foxworthy couldn't come. Samuel Morris was played by Griffin Miller. Thomas Edison was played by Ricky Verdun. Mrs. Edison was played by Alexis West. Alexander Graham Bell was played by Levi Strom. Gretchen Grinfrey was played by Emma Hain. Solis Hello Hello was played by Shanna Womwell. Guglielmo Marconi was played by Jackson O'Neill. Mignani was played by Ethan Huskinson. Ruth Wakefield was played by Priscilla Rodriguez. And we couldn't accomplish anything without Kaden Range, our stereo operator. And don't forget the super awesome stage manager, myself, Drew Bird.
Thank you all for coming tonight, and when your children are getting out of their costumes, enjoy some treats, dessert. Great dessert.
Yeah.